Hey buddy, it's Crazy Guitar and welcome back to some more Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. In the last one, we went through Classic Mode, running through as Lucas, another DLC fighter, and of course a returning fighter from Brawl, and also an 8.0. This time around, we're going to be heading through Classic Mode as the next set of DLC fighters, but returning one from Melee. Roy, the sword fighter from Fire Emblem. Yes, of course, just like Mewtwo returning from Melee. Really cool to have him back. So, starting things off, obviously, he is a DLC fighter, so that's the only way you can actually unlock Roy in the game. We're going to the Paladin swaps. We got the standard Roy outfit right here. We've got a red outfit. We've got a green outfit, so like, I guess, armor. We've got purple. We've got a light blue. We've got a darker purple. As well as kind of like a light purple, maybe like a lavender kind of color, and then a golden color, which is like one of my favorites. But yeah, going into it, so let's see how things go. Actually, one of the colors is kind of reminiscent, like they're kind of the same. It's like one's a darker blue, one's a lighter blue, whatever. But yes, going into things, we're gonna be skipping past 7.0 again and going in at 8.0 for the second time in a row. Why am I doing this? I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but there are some challenges that you can actually get by playing Classic Mode at a higher difficulty, by 8.0 minimum. So that's Roy's going to be another character I'm going to try and get that with. Starting things off, I guess I'll go. Let's try this out. This is a hefty battle, but I'm going to try it out. I'm going to give it a shot. Early on, try and get the bad battles out of the way, the big bad ones. But of course, Roy is back in the game, returning from Melee. He skipped out on Brawl. He was quote-unquote replaced by Ike, but like they're like such different characters, it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, this guy was replaced by him. It's kind of like this, what people were saying about like Mewtwo and Lucario, how like, yeah, Mewtwo was replaced by Lucario in Brawl, and it's like, sort of, but sort of not. It's hard to say. I guess that whichever way you want to think about that. I think for a time though I was like one of those people who were like, oh yeah, they definitely got replaced. But still good that we have them back. We have all four of them actually now in Smash 4. We got Mewtwo, we got Lucario, we of course got Roy, and we have Ike. So it's a good day. It's a good time to be alive. And then Ultimate obviously kind of keeps that. Let me see if I can do that. There we go. At least I got the kill on Link because he's the one with the reward. Now it's just you, Peach. Where are you going? Where are you going? Not gonna happen. But going into Roy, he is a semi-clone of Marth, but has pretty distinct differences. I think the differences he has from Marth are basically the same as it was back in Melee, just like kind of built upon a bit more in this game. So one thing's for certain, Roy is faster than Marth. He has the 11th fastest dash speed, the 4th fastest air speed, 5th fastest falling speed, and he's also 5 units heavier than Marth. He has a slower walking speed and very poor acceleration in the bottom 5 actually of characters, an extended dash dance which helps with reading and punishing opponents, pretty laggy initial dash with being at 17 frames, and also slow turnarounds, which hurt his shield options. So as an archetype, he's a speedy, fast follow with a very polarized, limited movement. Very good ground to air transitioning, but aerial mobility is limited, which does make approaches very committal. So yeah, that's kind of the main differences that you want to consider between Marth and Roy. They are sort of similar in how they work, but with just enough differences to where like they're basically different fighters, right? Different sword fighters. And then obviously, when we're comparing the two of them to someone like Ike, it's like a whole different kind of scenario. Why does Sheik have that? Come on, I'm gonna just get out of the way. Yo, she is chasing me. Do you see this? Do you see this? That's not even fair. Give me that. Oh, come on. Of course she avoids that. Oh, damn, that hit me. Of course okay, yeah, come on. You guys need to, like, leave. Can this work? That'd be great. No way. Robin? What is Robin doing? He's, like, playing a camping game right now, which I don't appreciate. Get out of here, Sheik. Caught her in the roll. There we go. Caught him lacking. Beautiful. Beautiful job. As for his playstyle and sword mechanics, so he uses the Binding Blade, which is the name of his sword, with an inverse tip mechanic. The sweet spot for Roy is near the hilt of the sword, which allows for higher damage and knockback, but the sour spot is near the tip, with low damage and weak KO power, basically being the opposite of Marth. The sweet spot is larger than Marth's tipper and has a medium spot for balanced damage, and it encourages a close range aggressive play play rather than spacing like you would with Marth. So again, very big differences between the two. Marth, you want to prioritize a lot more spacing, but Roy, you want to be a bit more aggressive, be more like into the battle when fighting your opponents. So yeah, when it comes, honestly, when it comes to the two of them, I like both of them maybe not equal. I've always enjoyed Marth's playstyle a bit more, if I'm being honest. Okay. What do I even do here? Oh, I was trying to counter her, but I messed up. Wait, hold up. Wasn't Rosalina like a character that killed me with the hammer in the previous episode? Pretty sure she was, but okay. Hold up. Bye-bye. No way. Get out of here. Boom. Ship. Power block. Oh, there we go. Hold up. I'm playing good. I can play Roy well. It's just that. There we go. Get out of here. Going to his offensive combo game though, he has a very fast startup on most of his attacks, which allows him to close gaps pretty quickly. He's got above average damage racking potential once he lands a hit. The key combo starters being the neutral aerial, which is fast, has low landing lag, a long lasting hitbox. A neutral attack, the neutral attack, which is a frame 5 startup and makes it good for follow-ups. Up aerial, which has a long lasting hitbox, leads into nair, back air, blazer, or double edge dance. The forward air, which has an early interruptibility, chains into itself and frame traps air dodges, and a down tilt, a strong spacing tool with shield stabbing and edge guarding. So some very, very good ones there. One of his biggest strong suits for sure. This is gonna be an interesting one. We got a metal and we got a giant. The giant's gonna be pretty simple, I feel, just because, you know, Roy's very fast, and yeah, there goes Ness. So that wasn't really much of a challenge, which is good. I'm playing on 8.0, so like the easier things are, the better I have it. Oh, come on! Wasn't there a Pokeball that spawned? Yeah, let's get it. What we got? Moltres! Oh, I'm glad for this. Don't you dare, don't you dare. Oh, Moltres did nothing for me. I appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate it. Ooh, hold up. What we got? What we got? Oh, what's this girl's name? I don't remember, but something. Get out of here! Damn, that did nothing. There we go, beautiful. In his throws though, do enable some low percent combos. The down and forward throws can chain into nair, forward tilt, dash attack, blazer, and double edge dance. Up throw KOs at very high percentages, and it's effective at tech chasing and conditioning opponents. He's best at racking up damage at low percents, but combo consistency does drop at mid to high percentages. Also, only a 1v1 against DK? I'll try it. Going to his KO potential, he relies a lot on sweet spotted hits for early KOs. The best KO options are of course the forward tilt, up tilt, forward smash, up smash, and blazer. Forward smash is one of the strongest in the game. The down smash with the first hit sweet spot can KO around 120%. He's got a strong offstage presence due to a fast airspeed and disjointed range, and the back, forward, and down smash, down aerials do provide varied KO setups, with the down aerial being able to also meteor smash. So that's a big thing that's great. Oh, speaking of which, there it freaking is. I love getting that meteor smash off. It's so it's powerful. You know, it feels good. His special moves are also pretty good. We mentioned some of them like Blazer and the Double Edge Dance. Very strong moves, two of them being very good in KO power, and of course he's got like a really good counter, very similar to Marth, which is a lot stronger. We'll get into them a little bit later. Going to his weaknesses though, starting things off, obviously, poor air acceleration does make aerial approach. Damn, I'm getting comboed like crazy. Does make aerial approaches highly committal. He's got the inverse tipper, obviously, mechanic, which does force close range play, makes spacing a lot more difficult, or a lot more risky, I should say. I'm getting my butt handed to me right now by these Mii fighters. I need to just like, before I continue reading, I need to like concentrate like crazy right now. Hold up, do that, throw that down. Bro, what is going on? I feel like I'm punked right now. Ashton Kutcher better like come out of my closet and be like, hey, you're on camera. Because what is this? Or maybe it's like Miyamoto. No, not Miyamoto, it's gonna be Sakurai. Get out of here, okay. Oh, that's gonna hit me, that's gonna kill. Okay, hold up. These guys are being a lot more poignant than like I feel like they usually are. I'm not gonna lose on a Mii fighter fight. No freaking way is that happening. These guys, I feel like I need to just lock the heck in before they start like combo me to oblivion. Uh-oh. We're fine. No worries there. The hothead got a lot bigger, which is very funny, but didn't really do much for me, sadly. I don't know if Blazer's gonna be super useful. Oh my gosh, man. I don't have many left, but like, the ones that I do have left are really... That was beautiful. Okay. Was not expecting to hit him there, but I'll take it. Oh, that's a bomb. That's a bomb. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Oh, this is scary. This is scary. On my last two. Get out of here. Get out of here. Beautiful. That was nerve-wracking. But continuing on with his weaknesses, he's got high ending lag on many of his attacks, especially the aerials, which also don't auto-cancel from short hops. Below average range for a swordsman with ineffective sour spots. Few safe low-commitment approaches, mainly the nair and the falling up air. Combo game does fall off at mid to high percents due to sweet spot knockback and unreliable sour spots, and also a poor recovery. The Blazer offers limited vertical distance and is predictable, and his fast fall speed makes him susceptible to meteor smashes and semi-spike. Also has high vulnerability off stage and struggles against characters with strong edge guarding tools. He's very susceptible to combos due to the fast falling speed and also lack of combo breakers. So when it comes to competitive standing though, he's best played as a measured rushdown attacker, focuses a lot on capitalizing on openings and pressuring with sweet spots, basically trying to avoid reckless aggression due to poor spacing tools and recovery. Has pretty sparse high-level tournament representation, but some success thanks to players like Hyper Kirby and Cloudy. But going into how he's changed since Melee, because obviously he's been, he was there, and now he's back in the game. He's changed a good little bit, I will say, and we'll get into the general overview on his changes. He is one of the most significantly reworked veterans in Smash 4, alongside Bowser, Dr. Mario, Charizard, King Dedede, and Pit. He is now considered a semi-clone of Marth due to major moveset changes. His transition from Melee to Smash 4 did give him a mix of buffs and nerfs, but overall he was buffed from Melee. Funny enough, he was like one of the worst characters in Melee, so like any amount of buffs will be greatly appreciated for someone like Roy. For his buffs though, he's got some mobility improvements, having a much faster dash speed and among the fastest air speeds in the game. He has a new neutral attack, forward tilt, up tilt, and dash attack, and a new down aerial. Most of his moves have less lag, better hitboxes, and more power. He's got higher damage output overall. Hold up, with sweet spots being stronger, giving him more KO options and fixing a major weakness of his from Melee. Also a faster attack speed, especially with aerials, especially aerials having reduced ending and landing lag. I thought he was about to die there for a second. I was about to be like laughing my butt off. Also his KO potential has just in general enhanced. Sweet spots, damn I hit. Sweet spotted attacks do KO earlier, and the rage mechanic also further boosts his kill power. I need to get this guy out of here. Damn it, that didn't hit. This will do. There we go. Beautiful. Higher weight also does improve survivability and lets him benefit more from rage, and recovery has also been improved, with the Blazer having better horizontal range, faster airspeed, which aids recovery, and removal of edge hogging does help him return a lot more safely. So, not bad, not bad. As for his nerfs though, because he's got quite a few, he's got a bigger hurt box due to now matching Marth's height in this game, a much shorter attack range, despite having a larger size, which which forces closer range combat, which is very scary. Gameplay changes also from Melee to Smash 4 do also hurt Roy a bit. He's got the loss of wave dashing, the loss of L canceling, and also a weakened dash dance. Overall, makes it harder for Roy to approach safely. I gotta play it. Speaking of approaching safely, I gotta approach safely right now. That's not gonna, there we go, he's gone. Played safe, get this out of here, and I get, there we go, and there we go, okay, first phase is done. The meta shift also hurts Roy indirectly. Many of the characters do have longer ranges, like DK and the Bowser, which makes spacing a lot more difficult. The dash double edge dance has been nerfed. The first hit no longer stalls descent effectively. The heavier weight of his also does make him more combo prone, despite Smash 4's generally slower falling speeds. So yeah, some problems there, but overall, with his with the changes he's gained from Melee to Smash 4. The strengths are much more defined than they were back in Melee. He's faster, stronger, and has more reliable KO options. However, he still suffers from many of the same weaknesses. Let's play it safe. Oh, brother, we're fine. We're fine! However, he still suffers from same weaknesses. Most must fight up close. He does lack a lot of range and can also be easily comboed. And while buffed overall, many other characters also received buffs, which reduces his overall strength in Smash 4's meta. So just keep all those in mind. Let's get you out of here. Okay, now that I don't have to read anymore and just focus on the game, I can concentrate on hopefully. I'm gonna back down a little bit because this Luma is like pissing me off. Get out of here. Beautiful. Okay, I'm at 82%. I gotta not let it to 100. There we go. Get out! Beautiful, okay. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit more worried in this run through than I was with like Lucas. I guess probably because I still had like so much more to talk about for Roy. But it doesn't matter. We did it. First try. Thankfully, I'm glad that it didn't take too much more effort than it could have, than it had the potential to take. But Roy's a lot of fun. I do like Roy a lot. He's definitely one of my favorite swordsmen within Smash, and he's just a huge load of fun to play. Really, in any Smash game, obviously Melee not as fun, but Smash 4 Ultimate, he's just a blast. No pun intended. But there we go. That's Roy. He's great. Go check him out yourself. But overall, pretty solid class mode run through. I think pretty good high score, if I'm not mistaken. Not bad. Not sure how it compares to Lucas, but maybe probably around the same. I don't know. But not bad overall. Okay, let's see these credits roll in. Roy's gonna, we mentioned earlier how Roy's got like really good air game, so this is probably gonna be a cakewalk for him. At least I hope so. I think if I fail, then it's kind of just on me, not on Roy. But yeah, I mean, Roy's really fun. He's the playstyle difference between him and Marth are. It's pretty strong. Like, there are some similarities you can definitely notice between the two of them, but overall it's like it is pretty drastically different. They have like two totally different sweet spots mechanics, their own different like tipper mechanic. Marth relies on, like, of course, the tip of the sword. Roy is more along the hilt of the sword. So it's like, again, depending on like what your playstyle is and what you are more comfortable kind of performing with, then like that's kind of the one you want to prefer using. I guess for me, I mean, I've mentioned how I do have a very offensive, very aggressive playstyle for many characters in Smash. So like, you know, you would think, yeah, Roy would be like a better fit for me than Marth. I don't know, just something about Marth really like brings me into him that makes me enjoy his playstyle a lot more, and I like playing Marth as a character more than I do with Roy. It's weird to say, but it's kind of how I feel. Also, I've gotten a lot more used to Marth over the years because I've been playing him since Brawl, and he's my main in Melee right now. So like, I know how he works, and I am very comfortable with the character, like very, very comfortable with the character. Roy, I am comfortable with, I will say, but just not to the same degree, you know what I mean? Not to the same degree. Also, I'm about to like, oh, I mentioned how if I fail this, it's on me, and like, where is it? Oh, there it is. Hold up. Oh, I was about to say, I was way too damn close to failing that. I was not gonna fail as someone like Roy. Oh, I'm like, glazing so damn hard. It's like, oh yeah, amazing character, fast, amazing airspeed. Yeah, I would have been pissed if I failed that. Really, really pissed. But we did it, not bad. Very interesting background image though. Shoke's like, what's going on with these guys? Why does Wii Fit have a sword? I don't know. Let's go check out his taunts real quick. So we got the up taunt, the side taunt, and finally the down taunt. Classic one for Melee, not bad. Oh, there we go. There's the other challenge. We get the Master Fortress Second Wave song by clearing Classic at intensity 8.0 with 3 or more characters. Obviously, Falcon's attempt did count towards it, so yeah. But there we go. That's a challenge. Now that's it for the Classic Mode challenges, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the last one. Hold up. Roy is my top score right now? There is no shot. He blew Lucas out of the water, and he actually surpassed Falcon. That's crazy to think about. I didn't think I did so good with Roy, but apparently I did. Okay then, I guess I'm not complaining about that. Sure. Alright, let's go into Roy training mode real quick and just check out, you know, all of Roy's stuff. Primarily his Final Smash, his newly added Final Smash, because he has that added now. But going into the things, basically the same, different, but it's the same name as Marfa Lucina's. This is the Critical Hit. So that's how it is. A bit of a weaker version compared to Marfa Lucina's. Instead of like dashing forward at like a high speed, he swings the blade around in a circular motion and ignites the blade itself before performing a two-handed downward slash and generates a powerful explosion. This one, however, is not a one-hit KO as we mentioned, as we saw. The circular swing though can actually hit opponents if they are behind him, which is really, really useful, bringing them in front of him and then like leading into a potential KO that way. So like that's probably the best way you want to try and perform that Final Smash. It's very good. It can actually perform up to, or hit up to 10 times and perform on an opponent behind Roy. Actually based on the Binding Blade's range attack in, of course, Fire Emblem the Binding Blade. Pretty cool Final Smash is not as strong, of course, and as versatile as Marfa Lucina's is. But going through the special moves, we got the neutral special, the Flare Blade, a very strong chargeable move that can insta-kill at a fully charged capacity. It's very, very good, and it works very, very well. Powerful edge guarding tool, has low end lag, and it allows aerial B reverses for mobility tricks. How does this work? Hold up. I can see what they mean. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, that's cool. I like that. You can really do that B reversal pretty nicely. But yeah, very strong one. Obviously, you know, it's kind of just like Ike's Ether, essentially. Side special, this is the Double Edge Dance, which is basically very similar to Marfa Lucina's Dancing Blade. Which does have 3 different variations. We got the neutral, we've got the down version, which is more of a multi-hit, and then the up version, which kind of just strikes the opponent into the air. But this one also does have more fire-based elements, because he is, of course, a fire-based guy. Very versatile for damage, can punish dodges, pressure shields, and can KO actually on the last hit. So that's pretty useful too. Then the up special, which is the Blazer. His main recovery tool, excellent at a shield option, has super armor on the start up on the move, can combo from down throw or neutral attack at specific percentages. Obviously this is not one of those percentages, but kind of can work depending on your opponent. And can also stage spike careless edge guarders. So pretty good multi-hit attack, good for KOs, just doesn't go as high as like Marfa Lucina's. So yeah, that's the main idea of it. And then finally, the down special, which is the counter. Actually, basically the exact same as like Marfa Lucina's and Ike's. Very similar, just like he does that and he can counter attacks. Actually has a 1.35 times damage multiplier, making it one of the strongest counters in the game. So yeah, definitely one of the best ones to go ahead and use, because it's very, very useful. I think it has like the basically the same frame rate as Marf's, I think. Maybe a little bit slower, but I'm not sure. But overall, Roy, just really good. He's a really good sword fighter. Definitely a huge improvement from his melee variation. But just talk about Roy real quick. Roy, the main character of Fire Emblem the Binding Blade, returns for the first time since Melee. In the Binding Blade, Roy led the troops of Foray, into battle in his ailing father's steed, and now he brings his speed and talent for short-range combat into this game. His sword, the Sword of Seals, is uniquely powerful at the base of the blade. The game we have is, of course, Fire Emblem the Binding Blade for the Game Boy Advance, a Japan-only game. Sucks that it was never brought to North America, but not until the next game we actually play as his father, funny enough. So yeah. Also, the Sword of Seals, I thought it was the Binding Blade. So I'm getting some very conflicting information here, if I'm not mistaken. Do anyone who like who knows Fire Emblem stuff, please let me know down in the comments. If, like, what's the difference? Like, what is he using the Binding Blade or is he using the Sword of Seals? I don't know. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching today's episode of Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. In the next one, we're gonna be heading through Classic Mode. We're gonna be running through as the next DLC fighter and our first third-party character and another newcomer. It's gonna be Ryu. So yeah, enough of the nostalgia based returning fighters. We now have a full-on newcomer for DLC. Let's see how this one goes. But yeah, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Social media, including the Twitch and all the other channels, are of course down in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. Pop-Tart out.